Okay, so what's up guys? We're going to be looking at a bunch of new weapons actually coming to Fortnite very soon. These are weapons that were leaked, they were data mined, and they're going to be added to Fortnite. We have different legendary and epic weapons coming to the game. We have had a couple of different weapons, not recently honestly. It's been a while since we've had sort of a solid weapon. You know, they just had taken finally a crossbow out of the game and all these different weapons where it's like they add them and they're just not good. But we finally might get a couple of decent weapons here, decent weapon variations within the game that we can actually use. So that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe for more Fortnite videos, and let's get started. So I made a video a while back. A ton of different weapons obviously were leaked from the game to be released in the future, and these are weapons that obviously they just have sitting around, or they're still working on them, but they're going to plan on releasing them every couple of weeks throughout the next couple of weeks, you know, throughout season 4, maybe even into season 5. Who knows? Probably season 5 they'll have new weapons by then. But the weapon we're gonna be looking at here is actually a pretty interesting one, just because it has now appeared on Fortnite Tracker. Because I could talk about a bunch of the other leaked weapons that we've seen, because there are other leaked shotguns that we still have not received. There are other just weapons overall in their different variations that we just have not seen yet. But this is interesting because it might actually come a lot sooner than we you know, I guess originally expected. It's now on Fortnite Tracker. They got the same information from us, so it's not like they have other information. It's all from the leaks, but now that's actually popping up here. It's a bit interesting to figure out what it's going to be. So I'm going to put it up on screen, the two images here of just a little icons of the legendary and the epic you know, assault rifle here. The Bullpup burst, you know, maybe that's going to be the title, maybe it's just the Bullpup, who knows, but that's what it is for now. At least it's, you know, tentative name. And you know, the stats, we're not so sure about these stats. We're not so sure if they're 100% accurate, but they're obviously from somewhere. These are not made up stats. But for the, you know, epic one, we have 32 to the body, 64 to the head, and the reload time is 2.5 seconds. The legendary, 33 to the body, 66 to the head, and the reload time for this one, 2.3 seconds. So pretty standard in their variations here. But obviously the real question is about the burst assault rifle just in general, because it really is this gun that we use right now. You need to sort of master it. The blue burst is a solid weapon if you know how to use it, and sometimes when you're in situations that, you know, they're too close, or you just get a bad shot in and you miss a burst, then you get screwed. So, you know, there are pros and cons to the burst. I definitely would say it's a tougher weapon to master, but if you know how to use it, you're going to be fairly solid and you're going to destroy kids with it. Obviously, a legendary or a rare, or I mean a legendary or an epic scar, those are usually going to outdo the burst most of the time. Sometimes the blue burst will surprisingly destroy someone's head and just get some crazy headshots, but overall, like most of the time, you're gonna have a good legendary scar. It's going to battle and destroy a blue burst. That's just usually what happens here. But now that we have a legendary version of a burst assault rifle, that's going to be like really interesting to see how that matches up in actual in-game gunfights within Fortnite, because right now the Scar is the only legendary assault rifle, and now if we're gonna have another legendary assault rifle battling the Scar, you know, some can say that, okay, the Scar is pretty much going to be the best weapon. There's never going to be a weapon that can defeat it, and obviously that's true. You know, sometimes you're in different gunfights, you have a blue pump, and you're going to outmatch the Scar just because it's a blue pump and you can destroy kids, and, you know, maybe you shoot really quickly with the Scar, you can kill the kid with the blue pump. Who knows how these battles work, but overall, the sense is that the, you know, legendary Scar is pretty much one of the best weapons there, especially to 100% the best assault rifle. But having a legendary burst assault rifle, it's gonna make things interesting. It's really gonna make things interesting, and this might be one of these weapons that they add within the updates where it actually could be used to change the way people play. It's not like, you know, some of the new pistols like the hand cannon and the crossbow and all these weird weapons that are in the game and they're decent but you just don't really use them, like the minigun and like all these different weapons. You have these crazy, you know, variations, and they're used sometimes, but they're never in the main loadout, you know. Especially like the heavy shotgun too. Sometimes they're just never in people's main loadouts. It's always great to go back to the basics. But could this Bullpup burst assault rifle, you know, become a weapon that people just normally use as a part of their normal setup? It could be very interesting. So again, we'll just have to see how it actually plays within the game. You can look at the stats here. Obviously, I'm not so sure 100% if these stats are accurate, but once we get this in the game, we'll truly see if this could be a weapon that could, you know, match, at least get up to the same level as the legendary Scar. And, you know, you never know, it can change the meta, and it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do here. So that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe for more Fortnite videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.